Gary's one of my favorite people in the world, and when I met Gary was when we hired him to come and play an event at my home. And I had told him how my parents, played with him all the time.
There was a kind of a joke. Scott is like your phone a friend for music. And he plays this game at the time with XM radio, and he'd be like, okay, I'm gonna bet $100,000 that this is so-and-so, the record's from this date, blah, blah, blah. And then he'd go, and yeah, I got it right. Yeah, I'm up to, 9 million. Of course, it's all play money, but his dad walked in and he'd go, okay, Dad, who is it? And it could be Linda Ronstadt. And he'd go, Gary Puckett. No matter who was playing, it could be the Stones, Gary Puckett.
My mom died a long time ago, and that I remember her singing his big hits in the kitchen while she was, cooking. But I had mentioned to Gary, I talked to him about my dad, and he said, I'd love to meet your dad. And then
Scott's dad got lung cancer, and he got bad quickly and called us after Christmas and said, you need to come now. And so we flew out that night to see him. And Gary goes, I'll come to your dad's house and we'll, I'll do some, play some music. And so they jumped in the car and came over to the hospital where his dad was. And, he's lost his hair now from chemo and all that stuff. And he's sitting there and he went in and he goes, Dad, he goes, there's somebody that wants to see you, somebody here. And
I
he
said
goes,
an old friend.
Yeah, and he goes, he's like, no,
50 years.
He goes, I don't want to see anybody. He's sick, he's dying, and he goes, no, I don't want to see anybody. And he goes, no, I think you're probably gonna want to see this person. And they walked in, and my father-in-law looks up, and he goes, Gary Puckett.
He goes, oh my God, Gary Puckett.
I've seen women look at you, but they think I don't see.
And the guy next to us, I remember the old coot next to us that's in another room, he's like, oh, it's really loud. He starts complaining to the nurses about the noise.
Oh, young girl, get out of mind. My boy, you way out of line. You better run, girl.
So the nurses are sneaking in the room and they're closing the door behind, and everybody's in there like plastered to the walls for the free concert, and he sang along and
Yeah.
Young girl, get out of mind. My boy, you way out of line. You better run, girl. You're much too young, girl.
it was beautiful. When we were leaving, he went up to my father-in-law and said, all these beautiful things about us, and he's like, you did such a good job. I love your son.
How's the food?
And Scott's dad wasn't the easiest man. When he was younger, there was issues, but he learned as he got older, and he became just an amazing man. And I still have a card that he gave Scott that talks about how proud he is of his son. Now it's my turn. And I saved that card because he never heard that. Ooh. After he was saying that, he shook his hand, he leaned in to shake his hand, and he goes, how was the concert? And his dad said, worth dying for.
In the sky.
And we got a call. We didn't call. We got a call that morning, and they said they just wanted to tell us that he had just passed away, and that was it.
It's a perfect way to go.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
He went out on his own terms.
Yep. He picked it right. He did it the
sang
best
out by Gary Puckett, his favorite musician ever, and it was just.
And surrounded by family.
Oh, you're mine.
Yay!
Thanks for watching, and if you want some more love in your life, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Where's that going to be? Should I point at it?
It's on YouTube.